My name is Tara. My group members are Kaylee Carlisle, Brittany Gooden, and Abby Parker. And this is our individual income tax return project, Form 1040 for Mr. B. Right here is where you would put your first and last name. This is where you would put your spouse's first and last name. To the right, you have their socials. And if you drop down, this is their address. If they have an apartment number, the town, state, your zip code. You drop down to your filing status if you're filing single, married, filing jointly, or married filing separately. Here we're married filing jointly. You would drop on down to your dependents. To our dependents, which is Lacey. This is her social, and she is a dependent. This is where you would check if she qualifies for child tax credit or credit for other dependents.
On line 1A, we got this number from our W-2 form. If you skip down a little bit, $1,600 is what we got from our taxable dependent care benefits form. If you go down a little more, this is the number that we got from adding lines 1A through 1H, which is these numbers. If you go down a little more, on line 9, we added lines 1Z, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7, and 8 to get our total income, which is this number. If you go down to line 11, we subtracted line 10 from 9 to get our adjusted gross income, which is this number right here. If you go down 2 more lines, we got this number 14 from adding lines 12 and 13 together, which come out to be this number. And then for 15, we subtracted line 14 from 11. This is our taxable income. With our taxable income of $77,768, we go to married filing jointly. We come down here and it is 12% of our taxable income. Then you come to 16, and that's how we got this number right here. Then you come to 18, line 18. Add lines 16 and 17, and that is how you get that number. You come down to 21, and you add lines 19 and 20, and that is how you get 133. Then you come down to 22, line 22, subtract line 21 from line 18, and that is how we get that number. Then you come down to your last line, 24, add lines 22 and 23, and this is your total.
This is our federal income tax withheld form. We come down to line 25D and we add lines 25A to 25C. The numbers to do that is right here. And that's the total for those numbers. So we come down to line 32. These are our total other payments and refundable credits. And it tells us to add lines 27, 28, 29, and 31. That's these lines right here. And that's the total for that. If we come down to line 33, it tells us to add lines 25D, 26, and 32. This is your total payment. And that's the answer for that. If we come down to 34, it says if line 33 is more than line 24, you subtract line 24 from line 33, and that's the amount you overpay. But our client did not overpay, so we did not do this. If we come down to line 37, we subtract line 33 from 24, and this is the amount we owe. And that's this amount right here. And 33 and 24 are right here. Here's 33 and there's 24, and that's why this is this number. And then we have to times it by 0.05 because you have to times it by 5%, and that's this number, and that's our tax penalty. And then you come down here, and this is where your client would sign, this is where May signed, this is where Bob signed, this is the date they signed. This is where their occupation would go. May was a vet and Bob was a plumber. And this is where you would have to say if you wanted to allow another person to discuss and return with the IRS, and they said no. And that's it for this PPL tax return project.